What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Between Villains. I'm your host, Esau Flea, and we're back here with some more vlog action. Now, before we get into all that, follow us at Between Villains, BTWN Villains, on all social media platforms. Definitely follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube for all of our content. And I have some really big news today, guys. Between Villains got our first ever early screening to a movie. The movie in question is going to be Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Super dope. I know everybody's going to be super excited once they hear this news. My dear friend Jaya, she lives in my neighborhood. I've known her for quite some time. We used to go to school together back in the day. She usually works with like early releases and movie screenings and things like that. So she actually let me know that she may have some opportunities later down the line because she knows I run a vlog. We thought it was going to be for the Suicide Squad, but it wound up being for Shang-Chi. I'm super excited, guys. The movie starts at 7 p.m. It's going to be at Lincoln Square Movie Theater, I believe. We're going to head down there, watch Shang-Chi, get our live reactions, everything like that. I did get a +1 on the movie tickets, so shouts out to Jay. I'm going to bring my cousin Jarrett with me, Eagle BV, my fellow co-host from the other episodes and things like that. Super excited about Shang-Chi. For those that don't know, Shang-Chi is a master of Kung Fu from Marvel Comics. Doesn't really have any superpowers, but he's super strong when it comes to the hands. And yeah, guys, he's beat up a lot of people. So I'm interested to see if that's going to carry over into the MCU and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I can't wait to let you guys know exactly what I feel about the movie. And yeah, guys, talk to you later, villains. Let me see him. Let me see him. Show him to the camera. Show him to the camera. All right, guys, we about to see Shang-Chi. Let's get in some footage before we go. Got the Marvel Legends out. See what's going on, man. About to go see the early screening. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Know we have to call the cab. Get that a really good time. You think it's gonna be something ridiculous? Something with Kang, maybe? Kang the Conqueror?
Maybe.
Yeah? Yeah, nah, I'm hyped, bro. I'm dumb hyped. Super hyped.
Maybe something that stirs the pot for something bigger.
Yeah, nah, facts. That fight scene with Abomination, I think it's gonna take place in the same city that Falcon and the Winter Soldier took place in.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna tie that right in with that. We have got here. We are here. The villains are here. Alright guys, we got our tickets. Reap the rewards of the Stubbs members. So yeah, I don't know, his Stubbs membership like covered everything. The membership is crazy. Got large drinks. Yes. So yeah, we just finished seeing Shang-Chi, guys.
Loved it, amazing.
10 out of 10, man.
Crazy.
10 out of 10, easily.
10 out of 10.
Easily.
Marvel,
10 out of 10. It was an amazing movie, man. Aquafina was the funniest part of the movie. Yeah. There's a couple other people to return, but we'll shoot the podcast when we get back to the crib, guys. All right, guys. So we finally saw Shang-Chi. We got an early screening to the movie. We saw it about 2 weeks early, I want to say. Right? Was it about 2 weeks early? 2 to 3 weeks early.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, we got an early screening invite from my friend Jaya. She's from my neighborhood, like I said earlier in the video. So you know, shouts out to her and the company that she is affiliated with that sent us over there. This is our first ever live screening of a movie or anything like that. And yeah, we're just gonna break down the movie, talk about our favorite parts of the movie. We're not gonna really talk about any spoilers because the movie isn't out yet, and we don't really want to spoil anybody. But yeah, Jay, what's your favorite part of the movie as far as like scenes go, and what's your favorite fight scene?
So my favorite scene would definitely be probably when he kind of he already knew who he was and he obtained the 10 rings. My favorite fight scene would definitely be the scaffold scene. They kind of did some. We've talked about it, Rush Hour,
Yeah.
kind of, and it was just insane. That everything was insane. from I mean, I don't know how they did it. Marvel definitely clutched it.
Right.
Uh, I don't know if they used the animation, if maybe they did, of course, but it was insane. It was amazing. Everything about it.
Yeah. And so that's your favorite scene. Is that your favorite scene? And so that's your favorite scene and fight scene. So when he gets the 10 rings, and then the fight on the side of the building.
Right, right,
And I really like the. I really thought like that fight scene was dope because in Rush Hour 2, you know, obviously they have like that whole fight scene on the side of the building, and you have people like hanging from like bamboo sticks and things like that. People falling off the sides of the building, crazy stuff like that. I think that's like actually where we get the comment like he's not gonna be in Rush Hour 3 or something like
right.
that. Right? The guy falls off the thing. I think that
Yeah,
was it. I'm not sure, but yeah. So we get like that Rush Hour inspired scene. That comes about like midway in the movie. That's about like in the midway of the movie. After he sees like his sister and stuff like that, and all that goes down. So that was dope. And then that scene when he gets the 10 rings, that was kind of like this coming to power scene. So I also agree that that scene was dope. My favorite fight scene was the fight scene that was on the bus. He fought like
amazing.
about 5 different 10 ring members at that point. That was dope. And the reason that was my favorite is because that's like the reveal that Shang-Chi has like these super awesome fighting skills and stuff like that. And even his best friend, who's played by Aquafina in the movie, she wasn't even aware that she actually just thought that Shang-Chi was just like this guy that was named Sean,
Sean,
that
right,
was kind of like a pushover, kind of like a dweeb. And at that moment, when he gets into the fight on the bus, he protects everybody on the bus, make sure nobody gets hurt. Everybody's in one piece. And she's just like amazed, like, wow, this guy, like, what else don't I know about you? You know, like
right,
stuff like
right.
that. So that was dope. I really love that fight scene. And then my favorite scene from the movie is when he does like the 10 ring Kamehameha blast. When he like gets all 10 rings and kind of like just shoots it. That
Shoots
was
it.
dope.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie. And that was like one of those scenes where like all the audience members was like clapping and stuff. There was a lot of those scenes like where people
Things,
clap
yeah.
midway in the movie and
Absolutely,
stuff. That was
absolutely.
fire. So that's how I knew it was a really good movie.
Good
And
movie. Yeah.
what I didn't realize is that this is my first trip back to the movie since the whole pandemic.
Pandemic.
So yeah, it just felt like a very big event. We saw it in IMAX. The IMAX screen is freaking
Amazing. Great.
crazy,
Very
crazy.
comfortable. Very comfortable.
Yeah, and then we had like the reserved seating in there, so we had like seats like right in the middle. We weren't too far or too close. It's
Right.
like right
Nice.
there.
Amazing seating.
Yeah, and then we had all the snacks and stuff like that. We had a bunch of pizza, pretzel bites, all that. Courtesy of the AMC Stubs Rewards membership.
Ah. Huzzah. Huzzah.
Huzzah, facts. And then who was your favorite character from the movie? Out of everybody
Um.
that was there.
Before I said it was Aquafina.
Right.
Um. But I think the sister definitely.
Oh my God, she's
She,
dope.
she is
She
dope.
might have been the most badass of the whole movie.
She was. I don't know. I mean, Shang Chi was kind of low key, and the
Nah, Shang.
father,
Come on. He was dope. Shang Chi
and
was dope.
but
Yeah,
the
I like
sister
the sister,
definitely.
and I like their dynamic. I like the dynamic with the father and stuff like that.
Right, right.
The father showing Shang Chi more love than he showed his daughter.
Daughter.
Um, Thought that was dope as well. And yeah, man. I would say my favorite character from the movie would probably be the father, the Mandarin, Wenwu. He was dope because he was just like this really conflicted character that was driven by the loss of his wife and stuff like that. You know, his family members. Like it was just like a really deep family and like a family inspired movie, but it was like really them dealing with the grief of losing a loved one. And his action scenes and his fight scenes was just dope and everything like
Dope.
that. So
Amazing.
before we wrap it up, what would you give the movie out of 10?
I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. My reason being, I feel like we've seen recent movies that kind of this movie kind of like, you know, not I'm not gonna say mimic, but
Right.
it took something and made it the origin story better, or um just the main movie, everything better. Just like, let's say, like the beginning of the movie, or the father's story would be
Right.
like
That was dope.
Mortal Kombat, let's say,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just Marvel took it and just took it to a
A
completely
different
different
level.
level.
I agree.
So I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, I'm also gonna give it the 10 stamp, 10 out of 10. In my opinion, easily top five Marvel movies after Civil War. This origin movie kind of like stands on its own. It doesn't really need any other outside connections in the MCU.
Nothing. It
It's a like
needs
very
nothing.
self-contained story. So yeah, man, super dope. Cinematography was dope. Um, the writing was really dope. Aquafina was dope. She serves as like the character that most audience members are gonna relate to the most because she's
Right.
like most Americanized and like she's also dealing with like this culture shock of her finding out this culture that she's a part of but doesn't really know that she's a part of. So it's
Right.
about cultural exploration and stuff like that. So I thought it was dope, man. Giving it a 10 out of 10. You heard it here first, guys. Definitely go see Shang Chi Day of.
Day of.
Yep. The official Between Villains scores a 10, and yeah, man, we love the movie. Major shouts out to the whole cast that got that done. Major shouts out to Marvel. And yeah, man, we can't wait for the next Marvel movie for us to review. And yeah, guys, any other comments or opinions about the movie? Anything you might want to know? Definitely leave it in the comments. Everything like that. Follow us at Between Villains, BTWN Villains, on all social media platforms. Definitely follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on Instagram. Excuse me, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, and like us on Facebook for all of our content and things like that, guys. And as always, till next time, guys.
Peace.
Allah.